I think the first thing is the grand bargain. When we first heard the idea, was we thought, well, that's nice in theory, but so is communism, it'll never work. But it just got to a point where we were in the mediation, we saw the numbers, it wasn't gonna get better. And we actually had to go to Lansing, the state capital, to petition and lobby the legislatures, because that's one of the things that I think sometimes gets lost is this was a statewide appropriation, and for those that aren't familiar with Michigan politics, sometimes the non-Detroit legislatures and the Detroit legislators don't necessarily see eye to eye on what needs to be done, especially as it relates to the city of Detroit.
Sometimes?
Yes.
Kevin's right, most times. But we actually had to engage in a lobbying effort, not only with the DRCA board, the RDPFFA board, to say, this is the best we're gonna do. We advise you to do this. We also had to petition the retirees themselves to get them to agree, because if they didn't vote for it, Judge Rhodes is the only one that probably knows what might have happened, because I don't even want to think about it in a cram down scenario. And the legislature, we had a packet that we put together to show the legislators that there is a Detroit retiree in every single zip code in the state of Michigan. So we had to make it clear that this was a Michigan issue and not just a Detroit issue. So there was a lot of things that were going on at the same time. And to kind of show what happened is we were on the deadline to get the DRCA board to approve the grand bargain and a term sheet that they entered into. So we had a deadline of 6 o'clock because Heather Lennox, one of Jones Day's lead partners on the case, said if we don't have it by 6 o'clock, we're just gonna proceed and we're gonna go to court. I told Shirley, okay, I'm gonna drive around to all the DRCA board members and get them to sign the term sheet. And Shirley told me I was crazy. She wasn't gonna send a white boy in a Lincoln to drive around the city of Detroit to get signatures on the term sheet. So Shirley and I, in my car, drove around to, I think, about 6 or 7 DRCA board members to have them actually sign these term sheets on their porches. So there was a lot that went into educating the retirees, and there's still some that are not happy with it and still have less than nice things to say about Shirley and I. But at the end of the day, it was the best that we could have done for the retirees. And if you would have told me that was the result at the beginning of the case, I would have told you you were crazy. So.